The reason I got the hair restoration done was I'd noticed once in a while, especially when I was swimming or doing outside activities and my hair was wet, a little thinning on top. As I researched or made phone calls to different doctors doing hair restoration.
I was a little bit anxious about the procedure itself because of some of the unknown. Some of my friends that had previously had the traditional methods done, it left a scar. There was a long recovery time. However, when the minimally invasive follicular unit extraction technique came out, it piqued my interest.
A plastic surgeon's perspective is really incredibly useful in hair restoration because how we perceive the forehead, the brow area relates to how your hair looks. These are considerations I've always looked at, when I'm doing a brow lift, when I'm doing eyelid procedures. Even the nose can look different when someone has a different hairstyle, let alone density of hair, distribution of hair.
Came in the morning at 8:30. Dr. Zewert went through the procedure with me again.
Typically we'll find areas that need restoration, need thickening, perhaps changing the hairline, and I mark those areas out. I have the arrows pointing to the central area and the right side where we want to do more. And then also it's very important, if you can see here, we're not going to abruptly stop our grafting. We're going to bring a few of the grafts to basically lightly taper out the grafting into this what we call the sagittal region or mid-scalp, make it look much more natural.
After that, we bring them to a different room where we shave the back of the head. Depending on how many grafts we do, we shave a little bit more, a little bit less.
It's incredibly rare for a patient to go bald in this area. So these hairs are genetically programmed to live and survive. And so when we transplant these hairs, we will have usually 95+% yield of allowing these hair follicles and follicular units to survive on the frontal area where we transplant them.
We start extracting the grafts once we make sure the patient is completely numb. We extract as many grafts as we need for each individual patient. We sort them out, we trim them down, we count them, and we make sure they're all the best quality.
We got up, I felt fine. They put a small bandage on the back of my head. We went and had lunch. After lunch, we went back in, and then they actually went in and they made the recipient sites, if you would, or where they were going to put the hairs.
You need help to do that, and I essentially am an active participant, but I also manage the team and manage the aesthetics, direct the technicians to fill in those areas, and also we have to control the angles at which we place the hairs. We always have to make sure we have the right, correct angle, appropriately acute, which is really important because the hairs are all at different angles coming out of your head, and to make it look natural, you need to have a hairline constructed that's natural, and then the angles at which they come out of the scalp to be natural. The frontal scalp and mid-scalp that's thinning quite a bit, we can make look much fuller, much thicker, and much more youthful. This is really a unique collaboration because my technicians, most of their time has not been spent with plastic surgeons, and it's really exciting for them to see a physician who's fully trained in understanding the artistry involved, the understanding of what really looks good on human beings.
The first night I wore a bandage. The second night I didn't have to wear a bandage, so the healing process was virtually overnight. In less than 7 days, my hair grew back in the area where they took the donor hairs. Within 14 days, I had a haircut, and it blended all together. You could virtually not even tell that I had anything done. At about 3 months, I could sort of feel the hair growing, and 6 months, it was coming in, and about 8 months, it started to look great. After a year, it all came in. My hairline is completely different. It's filled in. It looks great. I've got a natural hairline now where it had been receding by a couple of inches on both the left and the right side.
There's no reason not to do it anymore. You're not going to get a scar. You don't have any visible marks in the back.
Our main goal is for the patients to be happy, and we like to make sure that the type of work that we do is going to look good today, it's going to look good tomorrow, it's going to look good in 10 years, 20 years, and pretty much for the rest of your life.
With the new technology and good practitioners, a good surgeon with good technicians helping him is going to get a really great result.
Dr. Zewert has a passion for artistry, and having that artistry makes the difference between a good surgeon and a great surgeon.